Hey, I did this sequence in 2015 in order to give Bikram Yogis or hot yogis a little bit more possibility to enter into the realm of more advanced practice because there was no intermediate sequence at that time. You want to get a little bit more into upper body strength, core strength, shoulder flexibility, hip opening, lotus preparation. This is the class. It's level 1, so it's still quite beginner friendly, and there will be level 2, level 3, up to advanced. All right, thank you. Have fun. Okay, we start in a standing position. The top of your mat, just find yourself. At this moment of today, feel your feet. Try and find your soles of the feet. And just breathe all the way down there. Exhale through the spine. One more time. Inhale all the way into your feet, your toes. And exhale through the spine. Okay, we start with sun salutation. Easy one, stretch up. Exhale. So as I mentioned, this is level 1. So I'm going to offer beginner options. Lift your chest. But there will be some challenges for beginners. Right leg, step back. Stay here, breathe. Chest forward. Good. Push down into the ground, left foot back. So if you come from a Bikram practice, there's not a lot of upper body push strength in it. So we hold the plank for a moment and then lower down, elbows in, lift the chest and push back. Okay, Angustasana, stay here, breathe. Lengthen the spine up, sitting bones up. So rotate your elbows down towards the floor and then push the palm down all the way. Right leg forward. Lift the chest. Stretch your left hip flexor up. Left foot forward, stretch, exhale. Inhale up. If you like, you can go into a little bit of a back bend. Exhale, come forward. So left leg now. Lift the chest, left leg back. Breathe. Stretch into your left hip flexor. Same side we just had. We're just switching up the legs. Keep the chest forward and breathe. This can be tense if you do it in the morning. It depends on your flexibility. But tight, belly to your spine. Breathe, round in between the shoulder blades. This is the setup for all inversions. Like, this is going to be so good if you can hold this. Come forward, lower down, elbows in, chest up, and push back. Ardha, stay. Lengthen your tailbone up. If you cannot reach with the heels, no problem. It's going to come. Okay, just lengthen the back of your legs as much as you can. Most people have a too wide step, so they're like here. Do this accordingly to your leg and upper body length, okay? Not everyone looks the same in this one. Left foot forward. Lift the chest. Right foot forward. Exhale. Belly in. Lift up, stretch up straight or back bend, whichever you like. And exhale. Come down forward one more time. Lift. Now we're going to try and jump back. You can also just step back like we did. Lower down. Lift. Stretch the front, shoulders back. And don't hang in your shoulders, right? So you're going to push constantly into the floor. Legs tight, quadriceps engaged. Relax your neck. Nice. Inhale, jump or step. Lift your chest. Exhale, lower down. Forward bend. Inhale, up. So we incorporate the breathing in this one because basically sun salutations are a breathing exercise. Stretch your arms over. Interlace your fingers. Touch your forehead to your knees if you can. Hands down. Lift. Push into the ground. Jump or step. Lower. Lift your chest. So push back. So really what you are trying to learn is to breathe. And you're moving your body towards it. Right? But we generally want to breathe calm. I encourage all my students always try and find a calm breath, which is when you do it in the hot room. A little bit harder than in a normal temperature. Stretch up. And one more time, we stretch our shoulders, interlace your fingers. This is the last one. Hands down, lift, jump, lower. If you can't jump, no worries. You will figure the strength out. Just hold the plank for a while. You will get the strength. Lengthen the back of your legs. Open your toes a little bit. Be careful not to turn your hands in or out because then you're squeezing a part of your wrist. You would want to really grab the palm on the floor, right? Good. From here, walk your hands back. We're going into a part of the Ghosh series. God salutations, lift up, roll up slowly, okay? Take your time, it's fine. Come to the back of your mat. We're gonna lunge forward. Ready? Step. Right foot all the way up. Cross only your thumbs. Lock the left knee. Heel is up in the air, all the way on your toes. Stretch up and go back. Now bend back as much as you can. My back is a little tight today. We'll see how that goes. Just do your best. I'll do my best too, right? Turn around. It can't look the same way every day. It's just what it is. Hips forward. So we're trying not to lower it too much. Lock the knee. Come all the way up on the ball of the foot. The heel is up. Stretch up. Cross the other thumb if you like. And stretch back. We're only doing 2 directions. Usually this is done in 4 directions. Stretch up. The right knee is coming in. It's only 3 inches apart from your heel, okay? The right foot is flat. Stretch. Exhale, round down. You're going to touch your forehead on your knee, if you can, on your thigh. Your arms are straight. Compression in the front. And stretching in the back. Very beneficial if you do back bends, which was the next one. So keep in mind, this one, counterbalance, okay? Stretch up. Counteraction, I should say. Stretch up all the way and back. So use your hips to leverage your back bend back. Most people go too far forward with the hips. Go back. Touch the ground if you can. And don't worry if you couldn't. Stand up, turn around, don't change your feet. We're just turning the direction, left knee lowers down. The same, again, 3 inches distance. 15, 12 centimeters, right? Stretch up, exhale, round down. Make sure you're curving the spine. This is a compression. Funny enough, back bends will always make us warm up the body. Belly in, arm straight between the first and the second toe. Left foot is flat and straight back. Please make sure you're trying to do that. A lot of sickling happening usually, right? Straighten the foot, stretch up, So you push the back of the foot against the floor and go back. Use the breath. Lift and stretch back. Change. Very nice. Now just straighten up all the way. And right away we do another one of the Ghosh. Stretch up, half moon. Bend to the right. For the purpose of the video, I can just turn. Push the hips to the left. 10 seconds only. Right shoulder forward. Change. Other side. Left. Stretch to the left. Push the hips to the right. Belly in. Weight is in the heel. Left shoulder forward. Breathe. Change. You didn't have to change your mat direction, right? Stretch up, back bend. So lift as much as you can through your chest. The breathing, chest first. Arms straight back, and then everything bends back. Legs are straight and tight, but good. Come back, belly in, and bend forward. This is a nice exercise for warming up your spine. If you haven't, through the God Salutations, exhale. Try and get lower and closer to your legs. Now, there's two options. Beginner's option would be grabbing the heel and pulling down. I'd rather you pull from the core, okay? Otherwise, more advanced option would be hands flat in the back of your legs. Pull your elbows together. You're almost trying to touch your elbows, okay? Exhale, roll more forward into your toes. Lengthen the spine. No more space between your upper body and your legs. Shoulders away from your ears. Lock the knees if you can, and by that I mean pull up the kneecap. Change. Now we're going to open up to the side. You can choose whichever side is good for you. I'm going to start with the right leg. Trikonasana. I'm dripping. Lean back. Breathe. That was not planned. It's no problem though, right? Now you're going to look straight ahead with the middle finger and stretching the left hand back. A lot of students go like this, so straighten the spine back. Chest up. Warrior, right? Left knee's locked. Contract the thigh. You can do it. And then move into a Trikonasana. I+II style. Stretch up. Lift up, twist back, change. I'm going to move into the other triangle in a minute. Just fast. Padahastasana. On the other side. So we had kind of a warrior one on the God Salutation. It's a lunge, but similar. Chest up for the body. It's similar. Lift the spine straight. Right. Lock the knee. You can do it. Outer part of your right foot pushing down. And then move into Trikonasana. Right arm up. Now, both arms, shoulders should be stretching each other one line. Tighten the butt. Open the chest. Change. Very nice. Pop the hip. Turn to the other side. Windmill your arms. Left arm forward. You're going to turn the foot in, 45-degree angle, and exhale. With a long spine, stretch your left hand down. If you cannot reach, I want you to try, but then you can still use the back hand against the shin. Right arm up. Lengthen the spine. Change, other side. It's a very good twist for the lower back. Again, back of the hand or hand flat on the outside, right? Belly in, lift the chest. Alrighty. Change, feet together. Good, let's start with Urdhva, different variation. This is from the Ashtanga method. Stretch up, so belly in. This is not a back bend. You want to try and straighten the spine from the beginning and then lift the chest. So it's gonna look like a back bend, but your lower spine is lengthening. Knees are together. Exhale, left elbow, crossing the right thigh, right? You can go like this or like this, whichever you like. Right shoulder away from your ear. It should be in front of your chest though. Don't pull too much with your arms, use the core. Make sure your knees are in one line, hips somewhat line, straight, stretch up, right leg. So left leg, right elbow, belly in, twist. Okay, you can do this. Keep the weight in the heel and look up. Left shoulder back, change, stretch up, stay. One more. You can do it. Exhale, lower down. We're gonna do Uttanasana. So for this position, most of you are just gonna be here, hands next to the feet somewhere. You're just trying. The same as in Padahastasana, only now you don't pull with your arms. If you can, however, go as far back as you can behind your feet. Roll more forward, the weight goes into your toes like in Padahastasana too. Belly in, touch the stomach to your thighs, chest on your knees and face on your shins. Shoulders away from your ears as much as you can in this position. Breathe. Weight is in the front. Contract the core. Change. Okay. Slowly come back up. All right. Nice. Uttita Hasta Padangustasana. This is a nice one. Grab the big toe. So I might show you from this side. You just stay front. It's easier, right? Okay. Kick forward as high as you can. Make sure shoulder not coming forward too much, okay? Belly in, lift the chest. Left quadriceps is contracted. And just breathe. All right. Open up to the side. Chest up. Now you can open your arm, but you don't have to. Look to the other side. Over your left shoulder in this way. Because I have my right leg lifted. Turn back. Exhale. Keep it like this. Touch the forehead. Somewhere on your leg. Just somewhere, okay? And then come back and keep the leg up. High. Very high. Keep it up. You can do this. 2 more breaths. Lift. And lower. All right. Other side. Left foot. Grab the big foot. Big toe. Grab the big foot. Lift the chest. Kick forward. Amazing. So I know a lot of you are having trouble, right? You bend the knee, it's fine. Keep the chest lifted. Lock the knee. This one. Tight. All right? And then turn to the side. It doesn't have to be so high. Don't get frustrated. Okay? It's all good. You can turn with or without the arm. I actually like to keep the hand on the hip, chest up, because it keeps me focused on the spine rather than the arm. Come back. Any place, try and touch the forehead. All right? Lift. Keep the leg lifted and stay. Yes, you can do it. Keep it up. Breathe. 2 more. 1 more. And lower down. All right. Very good. Good. Stretch up. You can step back in the middle. Okay. And then just come into balancing stick. So keep stretching your arms forward and your leg back. Lock the knee. both knees if you can. Lift the belly away from your leg. Right? And then whenever you feel like you're ready, arms up and out for arm split balance. Lift the leg up. It's not my best feature. Leg up more, keep the chest up. This is a back bend. Only you're standing. Change. Okay, hands down. Now for standing split, most of you are like this. Just push your hands into the ground and try and leverage the weight so you can get the leg up more and stretch the hamstring slowly, right? Keep your quads engaged. If you are close to a split, that's only when you grab the ankle bone. Pull the shoulder away from your ear. Breathe. You can look up to the toe, see where you are, or look down to the other toe, whichever you like. Change. There are different variations in different traditions. Iyengar uses the other arm. I find that very hard. You can try. Play around, okay? Good. Foot down. We're going to do balancing stick on the other side. Stretch up. Yeah, apparently this is a good workout. Otherwise I wouldn't be dripping. Lift the chest and the abdomen away from your thigh. Lock the knees. You can do this. Grab the floor. Stretch away. If you do it correctly, 100 kilos on your arm. That's how it feels. Lift your right leg up. Lock the left knee. Keep stretching. Chest up. Arms up. Arms to the side. And up more. Up more. Good. Hands down. And push into the ground. If you feel like you're close to a split, use your hand to finish it. Locking the knee. Close, but probably not enough. No worries. All right, foot down. Good. All right, we're going to open up to the side again. Just come up slowly. Right? And then straddle. Good. Okay. So, any way you want, if you want to go like this, it's fine. I'm going to go like this. Stretch forward. Your toes are a little bit in, but not a lot. And if you're very flexible, don't hang in your ankle, okay? Not like this. Keep it like this. Good. Chest up. And exhale. Down. In the second level, we are going to go into tripod variations from here, but that's not this class. Bring more weight into your toes, elbows out, touching the calf muscle, locking the knee. Now you can also grab your big toes if you want to, Then you're not touching your calf muscles with the elbows, but you're going in that direction. Okay, come on, halfway. One more time, create a back bend. Bend the knee if you need to. One more time, arms up. I'm going to stay here. You can go up all the way if you like. Utilize your fingers, stretch your chest, and exhale. Stretch down. Keep stretching down all the way. Breathe. Lengthen until you would touch the head to the floor. And then with that breath, lengthen the arms down to the ground. So interestingly, this is the same move as we did in the standing Uttanasana. You're using the core to press down. Eventually you come down to the floor, okay? Ideally, your head is between the both feet. Good. Chest up. Ready? And hop into Malasana. All right. Keep the chest up. Spine up. It's turned to be out really drippy. Keep the chest up. Good. Now we want to use some counter action. So you push your elbows out and your knees in. Okay? Good. If you cannot have your heels down. Keep the butt up until you bring the heels down and then lower all the way. Good. Left arm out. Bring your right arm up so the left triceps is in front of your shin. Right arm is up. Keep the weight in the center and stretch up, just like that. Good. If you want to go further, you can stay here as a beginner. If you want to go further, bring your arm in between calf and thigh, stretch up and bind on the back. Grab whatever you can grab, fingers, hands, whatever, or arm straight position if you can. Straighten your legs if you want to go further. Hip width apart with the feet, locking the knees first, belly in, relaxing the lower spine, right? Yes. And then look down and lift up. The weight is in the right foot. Chest is up, 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 up. Straighten the arm if you can. And only in the last bit, leg locked, if you can. Keep breathing. All right, lower down. Nice. Look up. Then exactly reverse it, right? Right, left hand down, toes out a bit. Right arm up. Then queen wave. And relax. Push elbows, push knees. Good. Doing the same on the other side. Right arm front, shin and triceps touching. Keep the weight in the center, left arm up. Twist like this. If you're a beginner, you don't want to go further, just stay in this position. Good for your hips already and the shoulders. You want to go into guillotine or standing up Kurmasana eventually from here. So that's why Paradise Bird is perfect. It's like a half bind. Look up, straighten your legs. This will prepare a lot of shoulder opening postures in more advanced practices. Look up, past your shoulder, belly in. Lock both knees. Don't skip this step. Everybody always wants to get up, you know. The basics are so important. More important, I'd say, than the rest of it. Because you can always go fancy if you know how to stand. Leg up, knock the knee, and then straighten. Just up. And then sides are different, you know. Lower the leg. Ooh. Belly in. Right hand down. Open your feet. Left arm up. All right. Elbows against your knees. Knees against your elbows. Breathe. Beautiful. Okay. And we're going to turn to the front, wherever your front is. We're going to do some seated postures. Let's say a transitioning to the floor. All right. First one is Dhanurasana. That's one very basic posture. If you're tired, you can be happy now. It's not so exhausting. Lock at the knees, point the toes, lift the chest, pull the elbows down. So the chest is lifting to your chin. Good. If that worked out, we can move on to the next one. If you're a beginner and you have no core strength whatsoever, take 2 blocks next to your thighs. Okay, you're going to need them. Otherwise, I'm going to show you like this. Your hands are next to your middle of the thigh. Elbows are in. Legs are tight. Lift the butt and lift your feet. This is Padahastasana. Keep the chest up and lower your legs. If your thighs are cramping, you're doing it right. Or not enough. This goes to myself. Okay. And finger stand will be one level up from here. But it's also a little bit easier because you don't have to lift so high, or you're lifting higher from the beginning. It's like using a block, right? But you have to do it on the finger. So thumb underneath the butt, middle finger out, elbows in. Exhale. Lift the butt And lift your feet. All right. Ideally, you didn't want to slide down like I just did. Just trying doing it on the fingers. I'm a little tired today. All right. Very good. And then I'm going to do tabletop. So bring your hands around 20 centimeters behind your hip and your feet just in front of you, parallel. Lift the chest, lift the butt, lift up high. When you can't see your knees anymore, relax the head back. Keep your arms straight. Push into the ground, breathe. Change. All right, now stay in this position. I'm just going to go into a very easy way to learn Navasana in 3 steps. So you're going to bring your knees all the way close, cuddle a little bit, hug your legs right, and you're going to come onto your balls of the feet, onto the toes, right? Lift the chest from the beginning. So you're going to bring your legs parallel to the floor. The knees are together. That is the hard part. And you have to do it. Chest up. You can keep holding, rather squeeze the legs with the arms, okay? Arms straight. And then the next step would be to straighten the legs, keeping the chest up. And the next step would be to have the arms just free. And just breathe. Look up to your toes. And change. All right. There is a second Navasana. It's Ardha Navasana. You bring your hands back behind your head. Now this is training a little bit different part of the abs, that's why. Okay, so lower back. This time you are rounding a little bit and you're lifting your legs only as high as your eyes, more or less. You're coming here into a curve, right? And then inhale, exhale, hold it. Inhale, exhale, hold it. This is from Iyengar. Inhale, exhale, hold it. Very nice. All right. We're going to do Poorvottanasana. This is the reverse plank, I think they call it in English. Lift your whole body up. If this is too hard, do tabletop again. You can turn your fingers back or forward. Lift the chest, relax the head, try and touch the toes to the ground. And lower. Nice. Okay, let's do a little bit arm balance. This is so much fun. Okay, so this is going to be the setup for the next levels, right? Easy, only crow and peacock, one leg peacock. Okay, so your hands are going to be right behind your wrists. If you are very sweaty and you don't have long pants, you want to put a towel right above your knees. So there's something holding off the slipping. Come up all the way onto the ball of your feet, knees into the armpits. Grab the floor, bring one foot up. If you are sure, you can bring the other foot up or alternate, right? Eventually, lift the chest, round the spine a little bit, and straighten the arms if you can. If your triceps is going to do it. And roll your wrist for a moment. Very good. Okay, so if you want to try again, check out the tutorial or just pause. Right? Okay, peacock. Squat down. So tucking the toes and your knees are apart. Bring your hands, fingers back, a little bit behind the line of the knees. Grab the floor, elbows in, push against your abdomen, lift the chest, lean more forward, and lift the legs. Change. Nice. Okay, all these arm balances you can find in the videos. I'm not going to go into detail right now. Bring your left foot forward. This is one leg peacock. Bring your left shoulder underneath your left thigh. The left hand is in line with the right knee, bringing the hand onto the foot and the foot to the thigh, the one that is free, right? Making sure you are above your elbow, then it's easier. Push your elbow against your foot and flex the foot against your arm. So you're wrapping and then you're tight. You have nothing to lose. Straighten the leg, lift the chest. Enjoy your life. All right, other side. Okay, so my right hip is tight. So it looks different and might be more relatable for some of you. Bring your right arm underneath. Right hand in the same line as your left knee. Left foot up. Push the elbow against the foot, flexing the foot. Very important, the flexing movement. Lift the chest, lift the leg, keep breathing, look forward. Okay. So you're going to feel it in your obliques, your upper abs. You're going to feel it in the outer hip. If you can't do this one, just practice. I'll do another video on that, so no worries. All right, you can lay down for now and relax. Just a moment. That was great. You did great. Now we're going into the crucial hip opening, which I haven't done for a while. So for me as well, it's not so easy. Relax your body into the floor. Good, okay. We start with the needle stretch. So you're gonna bring your left foot on top of your thigh, turn the left knee out, and then bend the right knee. You're gonna grab in between the legs and from the outside with the right hand and pull towards your chest. Now flex this foot, knee safe, and just try and relax the outer left hip. It's mean most of the time. Some of you, no problem at all. Most of us, really mean. Pull down, breathe, pull your shoulders down. One day it'll touch your chest. Doesn't have to be today. Other side, right foot on the left thigh, then open the right knee, flexing at the left hip, bending the left knee, pull. Right hand between the legs, left hand from the outside. Flexing your right foot. Told you my right hip is super tight at the moment, so it'll look different. Keep breathing. Change. All right. Legs straight. Ah, isn't that nice? Reflex. Okay, we're gonna do a sit-up. Arms over your head. So it's more like a roll up. You're rolling up all the way, this way. Super safe on the spine. Touch the forehead to the knees. Okay, I'm gonna sit in Mayurasana. If you have trouble with your knees, you can start like this and eventually cross your feet. Eventually try and go lower, okay? I mean this to be this way, so you're gonna sit just between the heels. If you need to, open your knees. I'm gonna just close them for now and push the outsides of your feet down. Lift the chest, breathe. And if you feel ready, if you feel like your knees are okay, you can bring your arms up, stretch your hands up, and lift the whole rib cage. All right, arms down. Good, very nice. Right leg forward. Paschimottanasana. Your both knees are together, the left knee stays folded, and the right leg is forward. Inhale, stretch your chest. You're going to try and keep the knees together. It's really hard. If you start this pose, and if you're doing it more often, it's really easy. Stretch forward and try and reach for your toes. If you are doing this more often, then you can grab with the left hand, the right hand around your ball of the foot. Eventually, you want the chin to reach for the shin, but not turn out, keeping the knees together. Done correctly, this is a hard posture. Just to stay seated, do Kapotasana right away. So bending the right knee, grab the right foot, kick out, lift up, and pull to your face. Keep lifting the spine. It's going to be set up for upward stretching. So bring your elbows around your calf muscle. Keep lifting the spine and change. All right, slowly lower, like we did in standing. Okay, turn the other foot out and this foot in. Right foot is in, right? Okay, let's do this side. Stretch up and forward. Again, as you start with this will be the posture. Otherwise, grab with the right hand to the left wrist. Elbows out in that case. Breathe. It's really hard not to roll over. Change. Slowly come back. Grab the foot. Pick up. It's not long anymore, but we still have a journey with the hips. Stretch up. So if this is not looking the same way, don't worry about it, okay? It's just what it is. Just take it. Elbows behind the calf. Eventually, with practice, this will come. Shoulders down. Lower down the leg when you're done. Okay, now the right leg goes in. And you do Chandrasana. In this position, I'm going to tell you a different Chandrasana. You can do the head to the knee. Otherwise, you can also sit on the heel. So the knee is facing more straight way. And then try and grab like this. Or again, like that, right hand around the wrist. And then stretch forward with the chin. So you always start forehead, knee, nose, knee, mouth, chin. Okay? Elbows out. Stretch forward. Breathe. Change. Very nice. It might be very uncomfortable to sit on the heel. That's okay. There's also a fascia part that is, good to massage. Okay, left hand outside, right arm up, flexing the foot, and you're going to stretch over. Now, if you stay here, and this is your maximum, it's fine. Just feel the stretch in the right side. Otherwise, all the way down. If you can reach for your foot, go for it. If you are down, bring your left shoulder a little bit more forward in front of the knee. Look back. Belly in. Open. And come back. There's more advanced twists that go into our balances in level 2. So we want to prepare for that one, right? Left foot, again. You may sit on the heel. If that's too much, just do the other position that is easier for you, okay? Grab whichever you can grab. Lengthen the spine and try and reach the chin to the shin. Belly in, elbows out. Breathe. Change. you're not sitting on the heel anymore for this one. Or it's possible, actually, you can do it. Yeah, just keep it. Bring the right hand on the left thigh, stretch up and over. Go as far as you can. It doesn't have to be crazy far. If you had an intercostal issue or injury, then you gotta be careful in this one, right? You can just keep stretching with the arm. Don't pull anything. If you are advanced and this is easy for you, then this is the wrong class. But anyway, then you can kick against your hand with the foot. It'll change the stretch. Change. Okay. Very nice. Okay. Let's do the things that are not so nice. Cradle the baby. Well, for some people, this is really nice. I'm going to start with this leg. No, I'm going to start with the bad leg. So I'll turn to you for a moment. So you can grab this foot this way if you have a really tight hip and just sway it a little bit like this, okay? Keep the spine up. The more you sink into your spine, you're going to pull it into your low back. If you can, however, elbow crease rather, flexing the foot and then just try and isolate that movement. It's just the baby. You cradling, right? Oh my God. There's one baby. All right, and then and then you go lay the baby down on your leg. This I show you from the side. So Ardha Padma Paschimottanasana. I show you the tight hip version on this side and the flexible hip version on the other side. Just flexing the foot and just keep it at number 4. Okay, you come forward, stretch, spine straight as possible. Elbows out, lean forward, try and touch your toe with the head. Keep breathing. Change. All right, now we're going to do the other side. So for cradle the baby, you can opt to sit like this or straight leg. Whichever you like. Again, like I said, either like this or elbow crease. But please try and stretch up and your shin should be parallel to the floor. As often it looks like this. No, that's not the thing. Just up, leg up. And then just cradle, relax the hip. Right? It's an easy thing to say. Okay, and then bring the foot into the hip flexor. Now this is the flexible hip version. Your knee wants to go lower. Don't force it. Lift the chest, flex the right foot, and then you would grab with the left hand around. So you can do that on the other side too. But for the purpose of showing you and having it a little bit easier, keep stretching forward, elbow out, relax the shoulder. This is a great preparation for a lotus. So, right, all of it is. That's why we do it. If you come from hot yoga, traditional hot yoga, we're going to do anchor to knee next. Then you have very tight outsides of the legs from looking the knee all the time and not doing any hip openers, but front hip opening. So that's why, right? Okay, so if you look like this, it'll be okay. I'll tell you. One day, right? Bring your hands behind your back. And then it'll be not okay for some time again. You can try and click your hip if that helps. Lift the chest. This is the first thing you do. Otherwise, come forward, stretch forward. Now, wherever you can go, right? And then it's necessary, you try and relax your head. Really try, because whenever somehow we open the hip, external rotation, our neck tightens up. I see it in all my students. So just try and relax the neck. It will help with the hip. Eventually, lower down. Change.
let's just go into Gomukhasana from here. So you're pulling the legs together, right? So your knees are on top of each other. Now you're trying to squeeze the knees. Your feet are flexed or pointed, but they're both the same way, okay? Lift the chest. Now different traditions, different arm positions. I'm going with this one. Right knee is on top, left arm is on top. You can choose it your way. I don't mind where your arm is. I don't care too much. Just put one arm up. If you cannot grab, just get some strap or a shirt, lift up the chest. Now the hard part is not to be in a back bend here, but to pull the belly to the spine and keep the knees on top of each other and then lift the chest. That is the hard part. Breathe. Change. And we're going to do a spine twist right away. So then your foot is to the outside of the left knee. And we're just staying in the same position with this foot. Maybe a bit closer, depends on where you were sitting. And then push your right hand against the floor. Lift your left arm up and over. Grab. Knee, hand, and heel together. Lift the chest. Try and keep that right hip on the floor. If it's tight, it won't happen. Chest up, it's okay. You can try. Right arm around. Grab the thigh if you can. Lift up the chest. If you can't, push against the ground, right? And then look back. Just look. Twist back. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, twist. One more time. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, twist. Lift up. Twist. Change. Try not to move your elbow against this. Try and make it the triceps. I know it's hard, but that is more effective and better for your shoulder joint, okay? Ooh, now it's the other anchor to knee. So, I absolutely hated this one when I started it, and then I did it more often, and it really got better, I have to tell you. 2-3 weeks, and you're like flat and comfortable, but if you don't do it, it's going back to where you started. That's what happened to me. That's why I look like this. Lift the chest up. So this is a lesson for me. Even level 1 class, I can still learn again. Shoulders away from your ears, elbows down. Try and relax your forehead. So the neck has a relaxed position. Stretch forward whenever you can. One day. Spine straight, so lift up out of the hip and try and lift above your legs. Change. Gomukhasana. So right knee forward, left knee forward on top. Again, we want to get the knees together. Feet are pointed or flexed, but both the same way. I'm going to flex now. Lift the chest. Left knee on top, right arm on top, okay? Chest up. Round the spine a little bit. Lift the chest. Lean back. Breathe. Keep the knees on top of each other. It's really it's almost a tilt with the hip, Pelvic floor action. Very nice. So good for your hips. Keep breathing. It's one of the most underestimated posture, I think. And then the spine twist, left foot on the right side of your right foot, knee, leg. Bring your right arm up over your leg. Grab the knee in front, knee, hand, and heel together. Lift the chest up, push against the floor. Spine straight and turn. Lift your chest. Exhale. One more time. Inhale, chest up. Exhale, twist. Inhale, chest up. Exhale, twist. One more time. Chest up. Twist. Change. All right. You did so great. Poorvottanasana. Okay, the worst part is over. I'm telling you. Keep your chest up, lift up, and grab big toes or feet from the outside. I don't care. Let's just stretch the legs. Lift, exhale, come forward. Different traditions, different kinds of Padahastasana. You want to try and get the knees together. Stretch more forward. If you are coming from Bikram, this is the easiest for you. Maybe you want to change it up. Grab from the outside, shoulders away from your ears, face down. If you are not this close and your belly is not touching your thighs, that's obviously the first thing you want to do. Later on, you can grab around a wrist, elbow down and out. Lengthen the spine. That's all you want to do. Change. Good. Oh no. I thought the worst part is over, but it's not. I have one more. Padahastasana. This is, you see me suffer in this one. I rarely show that, I think, so far. It's okay, I suffer in a lot of postures. So Padahastasana, bring your feet together, close to the groin, and your knees should be going down, you know, pushing the outside of your feet like this, together, and then grabbing the feet. Lift the chest up. And just keep pushing your knees down, outsides of the soles together. If you can lean forward, straight spine. I can't do it. I keep trying. I'm not practicing it enough. Keep your chest forward. If you set your mind to something and you practice it every day, it will always work. But if you don't, it's not coming magically. It just doesn't. Just forward. Keep breathing. So just try and, go flat. I can't do it yet. Change. It doesn't matter. We get the same opening, right? Let's do Straddle. Easier for me. And then you can relax your legs for a moment if you need it. And stop. Bring your legs out as far as you want to and can. Stretch your chest up. So, if this is hard for you, hands are behind. Lift the chest, just like that. Otherwise, bring your hands onto your feet or grabbing the big toes, depending. I+II Ghosh tradition teaches to bring the legs and toes down. If you're going to other traditions, they keep the foot flex and the chin forward, and they grab either from in or outside. My general recommendation to my students is if one is harder for you, do that one. But this one harder for me. Change. All right. Wherever you are is fine, right? That's another good example. It gets so much better when you practice it more regularly. It's Angustasana. Ghosh tradition is like Kurmasana in open legs, in Ashtanga tradition or Iyengar. Bring your legs, arms out underneath your legs, and your legs are forward like this. Your heels coming forward, right? Push, 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 until you lay flat. So you want your leg ideally to be on your triceps, and the arm is around, let's say 50 to 60 degree angle. It's not like in Kurmasana where it's all closed up. Eventually you want to lift the heels. So you're going to push and lock the knees really hard until the heels come up, right? Change. It's great for your lower spine. All right. Okay. Good. We're not done with the hips yet. Leg breaking. Let's try and move it a bit. So, yes, you heard right, leg breaking. Bring your hands in front of you, sit like this. So this is my left leg, bent right knee on the floor, like that. When you bring your weight all the way into your hands, okay? And now maybe I have to sit back so you can see it. And then you bring the weight all the way into your hands, bend the right knee, and bring your foot close to your hips. If this is crucial and you can't deal with it, just kick back. That's going to be fine. All right? Just kick into it. Otherwise, try and lower. You can go with your exhale. Again. Right? The actual Mandukasana in Kurukshetra tradition does that with both legs together, right? If you are more flexible one day, you can, hook the foot and bring your hands in front of your chest. Not happening for me today. And then do it on the other side. I'm just going to turn around. You just switch the leg. You don't have to, like whatever you want to. Okay, bend the knee. Left leg is straight. Bring the weight all the way to the front. Bend the left knee and kick if you need to. Otherwise, with the exhale, try and get your foot closer to the hip. This is one of the postures that is very different every day for me. And eventually you can get a little bit weight back in the butt, but as long as you're not hooking the foot underneath your rib cage, just rather stay in front, okay? On your hand. Okay, change. Very good. And then we go from here into pigeon, which is just left knee bent in front, right leg straight. Now I'm not gonna turn around anymore. And you can just lean forward. If this is working for you, great. Otherwise, if you have knee pain, bring your foot more forward and flex it. It'll be harder on your hip, easier on your knee. Chest forward, relax, and as long as you need to. And then, if you want to go further, you can bend the right knee. Either go into this position, which is somewhat a medium pigeon, or if you know how to grab the full grip and rotate the shoulder, you can grab your foot, bring the elbow out, and up, and relax the head back. Now, if your back is tight like mine right now, it's going to look different. You can also just, again, bend the foot here, do your thing. Left foot forward, into splits. If this is not happening easy for you, keep the butt where it is. Let's say you are here, keep your legs straight, both legs straight. Feet are flexed, and then just slide forward. If it's just 1 centimeter, it's fine, Eventually you will come down. Again, this is one of the postures that are easy to train if you just do them regularly. Try and keep the right hip forward, lift the chest. You can bend forward if you like, or bend back. Change whenever you're ready. Other side. Okay. I'll just stay this way. It'll be okay. Good. So, again, like I said, if you have knee trouble, bring the foot more forward, right? Bring your head down. I know this hip part is really large. It's just in the sequence, I mean. It's the important part to move on to other things. If you want to do some back bending, it was in the elbow crease, right? This one. And then you grab and you lift the chest. It's the same essentially without bringing the head back. Or if you can grab your foot. correct the cervical spine for free. Okay, and splits. Bring your right leg forward. If you are in a different position, bring your legs straight. Even your butt is all the way in the sky. Legs straight. Flex your feet. This is the only way to get there. Active stretching. All right. Keep lifting the chest. You can twist if you like, or you can lay forward. Just spend a moment in the splits. All right. One more. Upward stretching. So, grabbing the heels, belly in, knees in, like so. Stretch up. So if this is hard for you, just grab the big toes first, right? Keep your arms, legs parallel somewhat, chest up. And if you can go there, you can bend the knees again, grab the heels. Try and keep the knees together. Lift the chest like we did in Kapotasana. We did only one leg. Lift the chest, touch your chest to your knees, and come forward and up. And change. All right, relax on the back. We are nearly done. Relax the legs. Very close. All right, legs in, close to your butt. Interlace your fingers, lift the chest until your chest is touching your chin. Pushing your shoulders down and more squeezed together with the shoulders. The neck is relaxed, back of the head is touching and pushing. Feet are grounded. Slowly lower down. We're going to do 3 Urdhva Dhanurasanas. So hands next to your ears. If this is too much for you, just do the bridge again and try maybe. Just try to do this pose. Lift the hips. Eventually chest above your hands. You want to, or shoulders above your hands. You want to one day move into a straight leg and lower down because we're going back up. Again, relax for a moment. Second set. Lift and push. Chest up. Push into the ground with the hands and your legs. Most people forget the legs in the back bend, you know? Use your feet. And lower down. If you like, you can try and backdrop here. I don't know if I can do it today. I'll try. Otherwise, just hands next to ears, right? If you do the backdrop, stretch up. You can also use a wall, you know, if you're at home, obviously. It's important to go slow, using your control. Coming back up, if you can. If this is crazy to you, don't worry. I'll do a video on that too. Relax all the way down on the floor afterwards, right? Just breathe. You can shake your legs out a little bit, right and left, right and left. Pull your knees in. So, lower spine pushing down to the ground, right? Okay, right leg over left leg, Garuda twist with the legs, bring your knees down to the left. In this position, you can also just bring your knees together, right? Shoulders breathing down. Breathe your right shoulder down. Change it. Lift up, Legs up, left or right, or next to each other, bending the knees, coming to the right side. If you have your knees bent or your knees in eagle, you want to get the knees level off your belly button, okay? Left shoulder down more. Breathe. Change. All right. Come back to the center. Stretch your leg up. And turn around. I'm going to do a headstand. So you can relax in child pose if you need to. Otherwise, grab your elbows, interlace your fingers tight. Bring your head in between your forearms. Push your elbows down into the ground. Don't open your feet. Your elbows. Walk your feet forward and slowly come up. I would always like you to go up both legs. Please no jumping, no twisting, no jerking. If you need to learn to do headstand, you can see the tutorial on that one. Keep your shoulders relaxed and breathe. Just find yourself in this space. If this is terrifying you, check with your shoulders. Shoulders should be relaxed. Just a little bit elbow, a little bit. Most of the weight is in the head, in the crown, between the ears on the top, right? All right, whenever you're ready, slowly lower down. If you like, you can spend a moment in half headstand before you come down all the way. Knees down, relax. Turn around, we're going for Shoulderstand, Sarvangasana. Bring your hands onto the ground. When you're ready, legs over your head. Neck is relaxed, so your chin and your chest are touching. You grab your hands and wiggle your shoulders together. Pushing down to the ground, lift your both legs up to get the belly in. Lift up more. So your feet should be in the same line as your shoulders. Your arms straight, or if you need to, hands are in the back, right? It's somewhere around underneath your shoulder blade, lower rib cage. If you can, arms straight. If you're a beginner, please always start with the hands in the back, because you want to learn to bring the weight on your shoulders, not on the neck. Neck is not touching the floor. Push the back of the head into the ground. Your core is active, although you're not pushing or pulling or tightening it. It is activated. You can tell as you look at it, if you do it right. If your legs are all over your head, then you're not going to see an active core. Okay, we'll do more variations on that in the next level. Push your heels away for Padahastasana. So feet down, heels away on the floor. Slide a bit more away from your head. Still your arms are straight. Now this time, all of you, arms straight, clasp your hands. And if you're ready, Padahastasana. Now this one is hard for most of you. Lower back is tight. Just bring your fist underneath your knee, or bring your knee onto your arm. Eventually, then your knee will be flat palm, and eventually completely flat on the floor. You want to squeeze your head with the knee. Good. Okay, straighten your legs. Bring your legs apart. Trikonasana, grab your big toes and lift the spine up. So straight spine. Pushing the shoulders to the ground. Your neck is probably touching now, but it's not
stressed or in any tension. Bring your feet back together. Good. And slowly lower down. Vertebra by vertebra. Slowly massage your back. Lower down. Relax. Just one more posture, but try and relax for a moment. You can do Ardha, which is half fish pose. Your legs straight and the top of the head on the floor, right? Pushing with the elbow. I'm going to do tiptoe fish, which is another option. You bring your feet close to the butt. You bring your hands next to your ears like in wheel. And then you roll over your heels until your knees are coming to touch the ground. Now you can bring your knees together more. There is an intense stretch on your thigh. That's lovely. Bring the top of your head onto the floor and then straighten your arms away from your head. Cross your thumbs, breathe. Arms straight, elbows in. Tight butt, right? All right, and then slowly come back and relax completely onto the floor. If you like to extend your spine one more time, push against your thighs or wiggle with the feet and then relax your hands, arms and legs all apart. Breathe. Just calm. Let your heart rate completely calm down if you haven't already. If there's some tension still in your shoulder, just relax into it. It will go away. You just need to wait 2-3 minutes. It's a blood flow reaction. There's nothing wrong with it. Just relax. Wonderful. You can stay, if you like, in relaxation. Otherwise, I'll see you next time for the next level. Thank you.